there is the pancreas. We all come from the conventional medicine. And they don't know much about the pancreas. And the pancreas, with its enzymes, it is so important. It's so important. Huh? Then you will have a what do you say, malabsorption and malresorption. And then the entire intestine will not work correctly. And here, other therapists, they referred to me, patient. We have corrected the intestines, the lactobacillus, the candida, the pH, the pH. Okay, but he has problem with his bowel. They remain. What can I do? And then I know at once that is the pancreas. And where do you determine the enzymes of the pancreas? By which investigation? By which laboratory check? Yes, and you will investigate the pancreas. Perhaps with a laboratory check. What do you do? What do you order for the laboratory, for example?
Enzyme of amylase or lipase. Amylase. Draw some blood tests for amylase and lipase.
That is the cause why the school medicine has no successes. And because they have no successes, they put the problem pancreas aside. Did you ever hear only with pancreas cancer? Did you ever hearing the doctors discussing about pancreas? Never. Because the blood test, you can really forget it. It is 50 years ago that they had no other tools to check the pancreas 50 years ago. And the pancreas must have lost about 90% of its function. Then you can see it in the blood. Only when the pancreas has gone, then you can check it in the blood. You must check it in the feces, in the stool. And the stool, and what it is called, what is the laboratory check? It is pancreas elastase 1. And that is the only parameter which is reliable for an assessment of the pancreas. Pancreas elastase 1. We will write down. No bloodshed. With progesterone, we mentioned it this morning. No bloodshed. Impossible. For progesterone, because it is a central substance in your further daily work, and we have such a high amount of inactive progesterone, and that is bind to proteins. And in the blood test, you check both the active and the inactive. But the inactive is totally non-interesting for us, only the active one. And the active one has very small molecules. And these small molecules, they can pass the saliva and the glands, the saliva glands, and then you have it in the saliva. Only the active one. And the same is with selenium. You can check it. And with your test. And you have a huge amount of T4. the inactive. And when you have stress or when you have to run and so on, and then from the inactive one, the metabolism yes, transfer it into the active one. But when there's no selenium and when there is ED and so on, estrogen dominance, it is not possible to transfer it. So we have really a high level of medical in research. But here's the basic programs: progesterone, cancer, thyroid. What is the main problem? In so many men, especially beyond 50 years, they get depressive, and we call it that is the menopause of men. Men has the menopause too. We don't know exactly. We call it not menopause because we call it andropause. Menopause, andropause. That is a menopause of men. But doubt about it. And that in most cases is only a hypofunction of the thyroid. And measure it here from morning, and here is a picture of the arms, and you will see an improvement, and you will see, and you cannot make any mistakes, because when you take too much thyroid hormone, you immediately you will feel your heart, the pulse of your heart, and then next day you reduce it, and then that is of no harm. But we tested before with Mora. The exact amount, and then we apply always a complex thyroid hormone. Normally they say, thyroxine and so on. That's only T4. Yes, that's no problem. But the thyroid, they transfers the T4 into T3. Yes, but when there is no selenium, but when there is, and so on. And so, what do we do? What do we prescribe? We prescribe a mixture of T4 and T3. And T4 and T3, and then that is a case of experience that it works better, even when there is a deficiency of, for example, selenium. They have always a mixture, a small amount of T3 and a higher amount of and Novotiral. And here that is the name. It is available all over the world. And generally, the doctors say, now only surgery after cancer, then you have to apply this one. Here, the combination, the mixture. But it is better. It is better. It costs 20%, 30% more. It is more expensive, but not too much, not the double. But you have better effects. No, here. So it is called Novotiral all over the world. And it is really. And how do you measure it? I will show you two. How, not another medication. And then you compare the L-thyroxine, the medication, and then you put in the Novotiral. And then the quantification is higher. And yes, and the pH of colon, or what we are doing. Huh? yeah, ileum and colon. You understand? We will measure the pH of colon and ileum. And in most cases, it differs. Yeah? Sometimes very highly. And so I will take my part. Also. Painful, yes. Yes, always correlation test, and that is amplification 25. No, it remains that. Nevertheless, please, may I do it, and we can do it.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 So, no, it was correct, but I will tell you that in the meantime. Yes. Colon, the pH of the colon is generally more in the alkaline direction, not alkaline, but in the direction. Oh, yeah. No, no. So. Yeah, it was correct. It is better here, the direction to here the sun. Here, I will. Only. Wow. Yes. Yes. Now it works.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. Try it as long as you reach a constant measurement value. Yes. And now, Miss Weber, I press, push faster, but the indicator remains in the lower range. And here, without Weber, sometimes you must do it 2 times. But you see, at once, with less pressure, the indicator jumps up.
Jetzt Korrelation, ja?
Ja,
Als erstes habe ich Kolon drin.
Yes, colon.
Von 5.
Ja, bitte.
Von
Ja,
fünf?
ja, 4.
Ach so,
Yes. 4. No correlation.
No, 5.
No correlation.
5.1. No.
No.
6.
And 6.
No.
Nothing.
6.5. No.
No.
7. No. 7.5. No. 8.
8. Even higher than 8. And 8, that is bad. It's bad. And what do you expect? That Clostridia are present, because that is a patrifective flora. And now go to the ileum. And afterwards we will test.
Auch bei 5 oder 4?
Hier 4, ja.
Okay. 4?
Bitte?
4?
4.
5? No. 5.5? No. No. 6? No. 6.5. No. 7.
Aha.
The
Oh.
next.
Next one.
7.5. 8.
8
No.
is
I go back.
too much, no? And
Seven-
I go back
7
to 7.
7.5. Yes.
Yes, and you see, is in the alkaline range, the intestines, they cannot be healthy. They cannot be healthy, and they has to do something. And so we go to the Clostridia
Oh,
and Proteus, and that is the patrifective flora. And we will see whether they are present or not.
Wo finde ich das?
Erreger, exciter.
Ja, excited. Oh, ich brauche mir Hilfe.
Stimulants.
Stimulants.
Stimulants, yes. And
Yes.
then
Yeah.
Stimulant mix.
mixture, yes. And then here intestines.
Ja.
Then
Intestine mix.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Und oben.
and open. And now we test,
Und
and
25.
then maybe 100.
Moment, die muss erstmal drin rausnehmen, ne?
Bitte?
Rausnehmen erstmal.
Nee,
Wo ist drin lassen? Jetzt
nee,
vorher zu
von
machen.
100.
500?
Ja. Ja, macht ja,
500.
nee, ja, ist egal. And here inaktivieren.
Ja.
We measure whether they are in rather high amount, whether they are
F4
present.
nochmal?
The
Nochmal F4.
F4, yeah, F4 again. Yes, and then, no, go on, we have no time. No,
No.
but no,
Proteus? Yes.
yes, you hear it now?
Pseudomonas? Yes.
Jetzt hier near.
Yes.
Yes.
Cholera nicht.
Cholera, no, Clostridium,
Clostridium? Yes.
and inoculum,
Ja. Yes.
Yes.
and
Endovirus? No.
9.
No.
no.
So,
And
jetzt
then
gucken
you
wir.
see, and then you can put it in one. Aha. And then you see all the patrifective flora is present. And he must do something. Ne? And then, kannst du eins wieder rausnehmen da unten? Ja, ich weiß nicht, was unten drin ist.
Ich habe vorhin als erstes Kolon, zweitens Ilium.
Yeah, and now we ask whether in the ileum,
Ja.
that is especially bad, ne? Whether in the ileum
Fangen wir da an?
we have the patrifective flora.
Kannst du das
Yes,
sehen?
and dann müssen wir 25
Ja, ich gehe zurück.
and the 2. Yes. Yes, correlation test here. Ileum is Proteus present in the ileum. No. Pseudomonas.
Ja. Yes.
Yes. Here Cyaneus.
No.
No. Clostridium.
Yes.
Oh. Yes, go on.
Oh.
Oh. Yes, so you can determine with only some tests where is the Clostridia. And the Clostridia always also with, because they are anaerobic, and then you can test it. And after 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, and I will retest you, and then we are all surprised that you cannot test any more Clostridia or Proteus and Pseudomonas. And
Yes,
that is
Cola?
bitte.
Cola now, no?
And that lassen wir mal jetzt. And then we go on here with this with a pre-test. Here with a pre-test. Or is there any question?
F4, ne?
Bitte?
F4?
And now we start the so-called pre-test, and we here IgE. We start with IgE
100.
100.
Need to this. And
Ne-
no,
uh-huh.
no need.
Yes.
And then
Bitte, yes. And here?
Yeah.
No, not at the moment. Yes, and here IgE.
Yeah.
Oh, 10 times. And there is a response. No. And here again, back, and here hoch.
Wie viel?
204, nein, ist ja less werden wir von. And then, no, less. Less. And 100, that is not too high. That is to say that is a secondary problem. Your allergies, conventional medicine allergies. No? At the moment you can forget it. And now we take the other one, histamine.
100.
Histamine 100. Oh. And 10 times 1,000.
More than.
Yes, and 10,000.
More.
More than 10,000. And
Geht's noch weiter?
now it is not possible.
Ja. Da unten, ja.
Oh yeah, it's 5.
5.
More than 5,000, 50,000.
8.
Yeah,
9.
no, 10.
Nochmal.
Yes, and remove. Here, das
Achso,
weg.
runternehmen.
Yeah. Yeah. And put on very, very strong histamine. We have 10,000, 100,000. 100,000 is the histamine. And therefore, we are sure that there is a leaky gut syndrome. And when you start to delete the burdens, the food stuff and so on, you will have a failure, no? Because 100,000 histamine. And now we test IgA, the oil film,
And 100.
No, correlation. Correlation test. Yes. And whether the oil film is present. Yes, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. That, mm-hmm. Hopla. Yes. And what does it mean? We have SGA here. What does it mean? There's a response. Is it too much oil film or is it?
Both are possibility.
We cannot decide that.
Me
There is
It's
only
amoeba.
at first, yes, that's it, yes. And here, Mibampulle, the point is ill. You understand it too. With Mabel, the point is ill. Without any doubt. And now we add the oil film. And the oil film, when the oil film will recover the point, then he needs. Do it several times.
Wie nicht?
Yes. He needs the oil film. And now we want to know how important the oil film is. And therefore in